Hello, everybody. Today we are talking about planets in October 2020 and how do they affect you. Actually, it's a breather in October because after the crazy September, lots of changes, planets going retrograde direct. October seems a bit quieter. However, it has its own set of challenges, and we'll talk about it. Hello, I'm Komilla Sutton, and we are talking October planets. And please do remember to subscribe, press the bell notification, and I do always appreciate your help and support. So, talking about October 2020, what are the main things about the planets? Firstly, September was very crazy. Lots of retrogrades, planets going direct, Rahu Ketu changing signs. Now there is a settling down. The main thing is this, that Jupiter is in Sagittarius. And for the first time since Jupiter has come into Sagittarius, October is the only month when Jupiter is on its own for the full month. And therefore, it is also direct. Ketu is no longer with it, so it is ready to give results. So, in sign by sign, I'll talk about how Jupiter will affect you. I also did a specific Jupiter and its blessings video. You can check it out. I'll put a link as well. But the thing about Jupiter is that as it is leaving now, it is going to give some blessings. It's only a month and a half and a little bit more that Jupiter is going to be in Sagittarius, own sign. And then towards the end, around 30th of October, it goes vargottama as well and remains vargottama for the next 2 months. But the main thing is this right now is that wherever he is in your chart, he is willing to give you something. And especially if you're Sagittarius, Pisces, this is the month to really activate the energy. Then Saturn also has gone direct, and it is in Capricorn in its own sign and in dignity. At present, he is Vargottama and slow, slow, slow. He's not very fast, as Saturn is like a juggernaut. When he is changing direction, it takes him a long time to gather speed. And slowly he will gather speed, but he is in Capricorn, in dignity, powerful, strong. Saturn always expects the best out of us. And when we do something difficult, then he is going to punish us or give us some hardship. But I made a video about Saturn as well and how he is acting direct. So you can listen to that video and see what you are experiencing from Saturn. But you see, Jupiter, Saturn, both in dignity is very rare. And they are both together in dignity all this month. And then, of course, next month till 19th, then Jupiter goes into Capricorn. But for this month, we have these two giant planets in full dignity. And, they have their quirks. They want to give you support, yet they want you to also change and transform. So it is quite rare that Jupiter owns sign, Saturn owns sign. Last time was almost 60 years ago. So it's, a rare event in October. Then Mars, which was retrograde in Aries on 3rd of October, goes retrograde into Pisces, and 3rd and 4th it will be Gandanta as well. Pisces is more softer, calmer Mars, but he's retrograde, and therefore he's pulling us back. Again, anything that is retrograde is delaying its results. So Mars will go direct in November, and then he will go back to Aries, and even for Pisces, the results are delayed just now. But it can make you feel a bit awkward or, doing things outside the box. So just keep a watch out for it. Then Sun and Venus will both be debilitated in October. So this is like a weakness. Sun every year, and even Venus actually approximately every year is debilitated around this time. But Sun on 16th of November will become debilitated. Also, we have been going through the Adhika Masa. Till 16th of November, we have the extra lunar month, and a link coming up for that as well. I have made a video. And the extra lunar month is a more introspective month, that we are thinking about what is our life today, what do we want for our future, and not so much celebratory or doing new events. So it is when Adhika Masa ends, but then Sun is in Libra. It is debilitated, but Libra is also the sign of balance and harmony. So we try to achieve that. Now, actually, one of the things here is that there is no cancellation of debilitation. Quite often when Sun is in Libra, Venus helps to cancel the debilitation. But from 22nd of October, Venus also gets debilitated. And it is not in its full strength to support. For our identity, our Sun, for our feel-good factor, Venus, relationships, those issues, Venus can bring some unnecessary analytical aspects to it. So just watch out for that. And I would say that Jupiter is strong, and therefore that is helpful from totally feeling depressed about October, because Jupiter is in a buoyant, optimistic mood. But Venus in Virgo, especially after 22nd, you can be very analytical and look at the negative side of life. So be careful about that. And then, of course, Mercury turns retrograde from 13th to the end of the month. And Mercury retrograde is not the easiest energy. Communications, things, that we say, people hear something else. But Mercury is retrograding in Libra, which is a good sign for Mercury. It's a strong sign for Mercury. However, part of the time when Mercury is retrograde, the ruler Venus is debilitated. So it's pulling the energy down a bit, and, so you're not feel totally able to even enjoy the retrograde. But during the retrograde, just watch out for what you say, double check your appointments. If you're traveling, just check that out. So Rahu Ketu have also changed sign. This is the first full month where Rahu in Taurus and Ketu in Scorpio are having their voice felt. And they are both exalted, powerful, but powerful to do what? I made 4 or 5 videos. Actually, 5th one is coming up on Rahu Ketu in Taurus, Scorpio. So do check that out. I'll put a link to the playlist. I made a special playlist for them, because it's so important. And the important thing is that Rahu Ketu in Vedic astrology are described as demonic, and demonic is more raw energy. And what you do with raw energy, how you use it, you can use it beautifully, but you can use it negatively as well. So it is a part of it is our responsibility that we try to use these energies in a positive, constructive manner. There's always a destructive side to every nature, and we have to try to manage it, control it in the best way we can. So overall, October, how does it affect you? And remember that I'm looking at your ascendant and your moon sign. Don't ignore your ascendant, but moon sign also, you can look at both to see the overall effect. So Aries, the key factor is that your ruling planet Mars is retrograde and he goes into Pisces. So Pisces is the 12th house, so you have to watch your expenses this month especially, next 2 months, because Pisces can promote a lot of expenses and unnecessary complicated energy for you if you overspend, and then you have to then look after yourself. But Jupiter is extremely well placed. Saturn is well placed. Saturn in your 10th house, career. Jupiter in the 9th house, good luck, good fortune. So there's many blessings there, as long as you watch your expenses. You can be charitable and look at also spiritually, but even then don't give more than you can afford. Taurus, Venus, your ruling planet, is interesting this month. Up to the 22nd, it's in Leo. It's about home and happiness and pleasure. And actually, even Virgo is not too bad for you, because it is your 5th house of creativity, ideas from 22nd. But just be careful that you're not being overcritical, over fussy about what you want from life. Capricorn is your best planet, and it is transiting in your 9th house. So 9th house is the house of study, knowledge, higher mind. And Jupiter, which is in Sagittarius, is your 8th house. But Jupiter in the 8th can also bring a bonus, unexpected money, and desire to look at research. Those factors are important. Gemini, Mercury is in Libra. That is a great transit for you. Retrogrades, by now you should know how to deal with retrogrades. 13th of October, just watch out for it. Double check appointments. You may change your mind. But Mercury is also combust. I made a separate video of Mercury. I'll put it up here. So you're a bit burnt out. So take a little break. Enjoy time out. Always when Mercury goes retrograde, you think in, flashbulb that I need a break. And that is what you should do. Jupiter is in your 7th house, bringing relationship, love. If you're in a relationship already, it will be very happy time for you. And if you are not in a relationship, it can bring you a new partnership, new relationship. And it is in a good place. Saturn continues to be in your 8th house. So despite some good transits, you are also dealing with some changes in your life. Cancer, Moon is your ruling planet. So Moon is going from one sign to the other and going through different transits. So it is difficult to judge exactly how Moon is going to do for you. However, the other planets, Mars is in your 9th house. After the 3rd, which is house of good luck, opportunity. And Mars is one of your best planets. Being retrograde, sometimes you may think that things are not coming in the way you think, but they can also be some old stuff that you suddenly, comes in the form of good luck as well. Saturn in your 7th house of relationships, 7th Lord in the 7th house. Now, this can be a double-edged sword. Saturn in the 7th is good, but it can also be distance and cold and demanding, and partners can be all of those things. So, they can be working hard and doing very well themselves, but not without pressure. So be supportive of them and give them space. Jupiter is not in the best position for you. 6th house, it can bring unnecessary obstacles, so be careful about that. Leo, one of the things for Leo is this, that Rahu has gone into the 10th house. So that is a good position for Leo. But Ketu is in the 4th house. Remember, Rahu, Ketu also cause eclipses. So in the 10th house, while he's very good, he can also bring changes professionally for you because the eclipses are taking place. Sun, your Lagna Lord, is in Virgo, and then it goes debilitated. So always after 16th of October is the time to think about your health and how you can deal with it, what you can do. And it's a yearly health check, you can say, that you think about how better to improve your energy and what you can do about it. And Jupiter is well placed in the fifth house of creativity and ideas and support from children and general good luck. Virgo, Mercury in Libra is in the house of money. It's going to retrograde in Libra. It is a more positive aspect for you, even though retrograde is there, but also, as I told Gemini, that whenever Mercury retrogrades is a time for you to take a short break, or at least remember that you're burnt out, you have overdone things, you need a little break. And because, you're always going very fast, your mind also is traveling too fast. So this is a time to take a break. Actually, Venus coming into your ascendant on 22nd of or moon sign for that matter, 22nd of October, is quite good because it can bring sort of general creativity, ideas. Also financially is good energy for you with Venus in the first house. Even though it's debilitated, it is good for you. Jupiter is in your fourth house, so home, happiness, it can bring a new home to you. You can improve your home. You can generally feel in a zen, good, happy mood. So that is good. And Saturn in the fifth house, children can be a responsibility. You are interested in serious creative projects, but Saturn also, fifth lord in the fifth house, is quite helpful for you. Libra, this month is when your ascendant ruler is debilitated. And it starts off with the Venus in Leo, which is house of money and finances. But after 22nd, Venus goes into Virgo. And that is the time where you are feeling, not so optimistic, also health-wise. And then 12th house is the house of expenses and loss. So you have to be very careful towards the end of the month that you're not overdoing things. Your friend Saturn is strong. He is supporting you, fourth house. But Saturn's support is always a tough one, in the sense it's always tough love, that you have to work hard, be responsible, balance your situation. And I would say that every year when Venus goes into Virgo, it's a time to introspect, to think, to look after your health. And generally, wait till 16th of November when Venus goes into the ascendant or moon sign to make any major decisions. Scorpio, your ascendant ruler, Mars is retrograde, but when he goes into Pisces, actually it's quite a good energy for you. And 2 months, Mars is going to be in Pisces, actually more than 2 months. So it's your creative area, it's good luck, good opportunity. And Mars ruler Jupiter is strong in the second house, so there can be some positive financial news for you, and good time to think about how to resolve your finances as well in October, because November then Jupiter will move out of Sagittarius, so it's no longer that productive for you. So this is a productive month. Although the retrograde Mars is pulling you back, sometimes you're, feeling that things are not really working out. But, do slowly, and what is happening is good. Now, Saturn being in the third house is a good transit. However, Saturn believes in slowly, not fast, and being cautious about things. Sagittarius, this is a very nice month for you. Even though, Ketu is in your 12th house and Saturn is in your second house, Jupiter is strong there, and there may be some restrictions that you feel, but Sagittarius, there's overall that is quite a powerful transit. It is the only month, then a bit of next month, that Jupiter is in its own sign. And Saturn in the second house is restructuring your finances. So, think about what your savings and how you can empower yourself. But Saturn doesn't believe in, overdoing things. So do it slowly and carefully, and that will be the best for you. Sun is moving into Libra, which is the house of finances, money. Before that, up to 16th of October, it's in Virgo, career. So there are many opportunities for you, and you have to think about it and trust your instinct. Capricorn, of course, Saturn is now direct. So many things that were holding you back are now moving forward. But of course, if you have ascendant in Capricorn or moon in Capricorn, I was talking to one of my students today, and he has ascendant in Capricorn, and he was saying how pressurized this transit is, and sometimes it makes you feel very dull and lazy. And moon also, if you are in Sarasati, and especially 1 to 3-4 degrees of moon this month, is very much under Saturn's pressure. So take it easy. Don't over pressurize yourself. Also, don't have too many expectations from yourself. Jupiter continues in your 12th house, so that can bring expenses to you as well. So be conscious of that. And otherwise, Mars is in your 3rd house, and 3rd house is your action, whereas Mars is retrograde. So you are feeling some restriction as well. Aquarius, your ruling planet Saturn is in the 12th house. It is not giving you rewards that you want. Also, Aquarius's second ruling planet is Rahu, and Rahu in Taurus is your 4th house, and Ketu is in your 10th house. So this Ketu being in the 10th house, definitely career-wise, Ketu can make you feel something new, doing something outside the box, but Ketu can also want to reject your work, and be very cautious that you don't reject good things in your life. Trim the tree of life, trim your tree of your career, not throw it out, cut it off and break it. So if there are things you're unhappy about your work and career, then think about it, and, don't change everything. That is important to do. And Rahu in the 4th house means that you're not sure where you want to live, what you want to do. And it's bringing a restlessness. And restlessness doesn't necessarily mean that your present circumstances are negative, but that you feel restless about it. So I would say be patient and take care. Jupiter is in excellent position for you. It's providing money, finances. Jupiter rules the 2 houses of money. 2nd house and 11th house is placed in the 11th house by transit just now. So financially, this can be a good opportunity for you this month to, lock down some earnings. Also, you can get improvement in your job prospect or your pay. That can also happen. Pisces, your Lagna Lord is in a good position this month. Being a fellow Piscean myself, I can feel that energy. Actually, my book is coming out next month with Jupiter in Sagittarius. But Pisces, definitely you can feel the pleasure of Jupiter finally ready to give some results. You've been patient and it is giving some results for you. Saturn is in your 11th house of earnings, and it's a good idea to think about how you earn and how you can restructure your earnings. And Mars, who's another good planet for you, comes into the ascendant, and it's the 9th house lord, so helping you to study and gain some knowledge. Leave comments and do remember to subscribe and press the bell notification. Thank you.